They thought they were flying home, but they were already doomed. In April 1943, the American bomber Lady Be Good was returning from its first combat mission in Italy. There were 9 people on board. The navigation instruments were faulty. The compass was showing the wrong reading, off by just a couple of degrees. However, the pilots did not pay attention to this, which led to disaster. A few degrees off, that's all it took to vanish forever. While flying over the Mediterranean Sea, the radio direction finder, the device used by the crew to determine their location, failed. In addition, a sandstorm caused radio communication with the base to malfunction. No signal, no guidance, just endless night sky. When the plane crossed the coast of Libya and approached its airbase in Saluch, the pilots did not realize that they had already reached their destination. They were home, but they kept flying away from it. At night, due to poor visibility and incorrect instrument readings, they decided that the base was further south and continued their flight, effectively heading deep into the Sahara. Every second took them deeper into death. When the fuel ran out, the plane had flown more than 700 kilometers beyond the front line. The crew decided to abandon the aircraft. They thought they were over the sea and jumped with parachutes, not yet realizing that they were over the desert. They jumped into sand, not water. But they had no choice. They were already in the sky, separated from the plane. The real nightmare had just begun. All 9 people survived the landing. One was injured, but the others helped him walk. They started moving north, thinking that the coast was there. They had almost no water or food. The temperature during the day exceeded 50 degrees Celsius. Imagine walking into an oven, with no end in sight. After a few days, people began to die one after another from dehydration and heat stroke. The last entry in the commander's logbook was brief: no help. One man can no longer walk. That single sentence still chills historians today. No one ever saw the Lady Be Good crew again. For 16 years, the desert kept their secret. 16 years passed. In 1959, British oil workers surveying the Libyan desert stumbled upon the plane. It was almost intact, with parachutes and weapons inside, as if the crew had left it for a short time, which was another mystery, as how could the plane be in such condition? It looked like the bomber had just landed yesterday. Later, an expedition following tracks in the sand discovered the bodies of the pilots. They had walked more than 130 kilometers towards the coast, but did not manage to reach the area where they could have been spotted by rescuers. They almost made it. Just a few more days. They survived the flight, the battle, and the forced abandonment of the plane, but the desert proved to be stronger. The war didn't kill them, the silence did.